Hi all, my name is Camille, and I only have 24 hours to survive. Doesn't that sound scary? I'll tell you what it means. Just recently, me and my friends decided to make some extra money. Clearly, in the 21st century, thanks to the internet, there are tons of opportunities to do this. So, my friend Ian and I decided to conquer YouTube. If you shoot interesting content, you can get good money for views. We thought long and hard about how to make a popular YouTube channel. Pranking, experimenting, etc. were not so popular anymore. Kim, I think I figured something out. It's become popular these days to make videos where you open packaged things, but you're not supposed to know what's inside. That's funny, I was thinking the same thing. But how do we do that? Oh, you could have someone pack a package so you won't know the contents. You open it and it'll take the whole thing off. Ian, who would want to send us packages for their money? Yeah, you're right. But what should we do then? Exactly. Have you heard about darknet? Of course I've heard about darknet, but it's dangerous. What's so dangerous? You can buy anything on darknet. Look, there's even pre-packaged boxes. There really was everything on the shadow internet. It's the kind of network where you can buy guns, drugs, and even human organs. There, in the surprise section, there were boxes for sale. You pay money for them, but no one but the sender knows what's inside. And it could be anything in there, maybe even nothing. By the way, that was the thing about our channel. Until the last minute, we ourselves simply wouldn't know anything about the package. We decided to shoot as soon as we paid for the order and received the box. The bids on the site started at $100. I looked at the box I liked, offered $200 for it, not the most expensive, by the way, and waited for its owner to respond. A few days later, we got a text message on our phone describing the location where the package was hidden. It was so weird. The messages were coded and from an unknown number. The sender wrote the exact location and included a photo of the area. That's very strange. What if there's something illegal in there, like weapons? Kim, do you have any idea what kind of trouble we'd be in? Oh, Ian, stop whining. We'll be fine. Grab your camera and we'll go get the box. It's showtime. We agreed to leave that night, so no one would see us and not be able to track us, just in case. The road led us into the woods, far from the city. There, along the path, into the middle of nowhere, a shiver ran through me. Maybe from the cold, maybe from the adrenaline rush. Ian found the spot, and we started digging where the signpost was. Cam, don't you think this might be somebody's joke? Maybe somebody's just making money off it and there's nothing in the box. For $200? Are you kidding me? There's got to be something in there, for sure. The shovel we had picked up beforehand hit something hard, making a clanging sound. It sounded like a metal box. Ian carefully pulled a small box out of the ground, an iron box indeed. Come on, Cam, I'll start taking pictures. No, there's not enough light. We need to get it home. I'm against it. We don't know what's in here. But to make a quality video, we need more equipment. Lights, at least. But just keep in mind, I'm against it. Okay. So we got in the car and drove home. Ian was quiet all the way back and furrowed his brow. I knew he didn't like it. He was against it from the start, but I talked him into it. Ian is the kind of person who always thinks with his head and doesn't get involved in adventures. We've been friends for 10 years, since 2nd grade, and he's always been a good boy. He got straight A's, helped his parents at home and at work, and never refused to help me either. Ian arrived in 2nd grade. His dad was in the military. He and his family were transferred in the service to our town, so little Ian had to get used to the changes. He was humble, taciturn, and handsome. All the girls immediately wanted to be friends with him, and our bullies, out of jealousy, took notice of him as a victim. One day at recess, I noticed that a fight had started between the boys, and when I ran up to him, I saw that some of my classmates were beating Ian. I stood up for him and told him that if they didn't stop, I was going to tell the teacher. After that, the boys never touched him again, and Ian and I became best friends. Ian, I know you're worried, but you promised you'd help me make this video. Yes, Kim, I just feel kind of uneasy. I have a bad feeling about this. It's gonna be okay. It's not like we're the first person to buy something on the darknet. We drove up to the house and went straight to my room. Ian got the camera ready, and I started to open the mystery box. Inside were several sealed envelopes. Ian drew the camera closer to the table and took a close-up picture. I began to open them, commenting on the contents of the box as I did so. I'm going to open the envelopes now. I wonder what it could be. Wow, there's a letter here. Let's try to read it and find out who it was addressed to. Oh, my God, it can't be. The letter fell out of my hands, and my eyes went dark. Thoughts began to swirl in my head. Why? Who? How did he know? Squirming in my head, I heard Ian calling my name. Camille, what's going on? What does it say? I couldn't say a word and just held out the letter to my friends. His eyes were rounded. There was fear in them.
Dear Camille, I hope you liked my surprise box. I've been watching you these past days, and I like you very much. You are going to be another beauty in my collection. From the opening of the letter, you have 24 hours to try and run away from me. Haha, and just so you have no doubt that you're mine, I enclose some proof that you can't escape me.
The other envelopes contained complete information about me and my family. The address of my house, the addresses of my relatives, copies of all our documents, including our passports. I became really scared. What had I gotten myself into? Ian looked at me, and his eyes were full of terror.
Cam, this is somebody's joke. It can't be.
No, everything on the darknet is anonymous. He couldn't know who I am or where I live. He couldn't know my family's address. I started crying. I got hysterical. Ian, what's going on? What am I going to do? I'm in deep shit.
Cam, listen to me. We can work this out. I'm not going to let him hurt you. We'll figure something out. Just calm down.
I couldn't sleep all night, and in the morning, we went to the police, and we told them everything. We brought the box with us. The police said the cops would be watching my house from now on. Ian was supposed to pick me up at university and walk me home. I had 19 hours left by that 6 stalker's calculations. I was waiting outside for my friend when I noticed a black car. It seemed strange to me. I headed toward the house and started calling Ian. He didn't pick up. I started to panic and, fuck, I couldn't even see where I was going. When I woke up, I was standing in an alley, not far from the house, and there was a man standing in front of me, all in black, in a hooded sweatshirt and a clown mask. You can't imagine the horror I felt at that moment. I started screaming as loud as I could. I started running in the opposite direction, and the man in black chased me. I ran along the alley. There was a turn onto the main street ahead. There must have been people there. Faster, faster, faster. As I rounded the corner, I ran into Ian. He caught me, and I started crying and telling him that there was a man chasing me. Ian looked into the alley, but there was no one there.
Maybe you imagined it. You're freaked out and you didn't sleep much last night.
I'm not crazy. He was there, in a clown mask, chasing me.
Okay, let's go to the police and tell them about it.
The police also told me to calm down and go home, and not to go out again. 13 hours to go, and I couldn't find my place. I asked Ian to stay with me. My parents had gone to the next town to visit relatives, and I was afraid to be alone, especially since my allotted time was running out. All evening, Ian tried to distract me and cheer me up. We watched movies, chatted, and tried not to think about what might happen. I woke up on the couch to a strange sound. I opened my eyes and saw the same scary black figure in front of me. And instead of a face, the clown mask. I screamed with all my might. At that moment, the figure rushed toward me. I was stunned, and my eyes went black. Just then, Ian ran into the room. The men began to fight. I could see that it wasn't evenly matched. The man was bigger and taller than Ian. I had to do something. I grabbed the lamp that was next to the sofa and hit it with all my might. The clown fell down and didn't move. Ian got up and came over to me.
Cam, are you okay? I was coming out to talk to the cops when I heard you scream.
I'm fine. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Help me tie him up before he wakes up.
So we tied him up and followed the cops out. They went into the house and arrested the attacker. Later, we found out that this maniac lured a lot of people this way. And since they went to him for illegal business, no one even suspected him. And those he got to were still considered missing. The cops said we were lucky. This maniac had at least 15 missing people of various ages on his payroll. They complimented Ian on his bravery and intelligence, and they told me to watch out for guys like that.
I'll keep her safe, always.
Since then, Ian and I have been dating. We're even getting ready to get married. Except Ian gave me one condition. No more tempting fate and no more using the shadow internet. Not even for interesting content. Tell me guys, did you like my story? Write your opinion about it in the comments below the video. Don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel.